One of the best wide receivers in the 2023 class, and Taeshaun Lyons commits to Washington. Kalen DeBoer getting a top-end wide receiver, and we saw just how fun that offense was last year when he came in as head coach and what Michael Penix was able to do at quarterback. Now they land one of the fastest and one of the best wide receivers in this 2023 class. What does this mean for Lyons in Washington? Let's take a look. All right, as always, let's take a look at the player. Taeshaun Lyons, 6'2", 165, so a little bit on the lighter side, but definitely has time to bulk up. You go look at 24/7 Sports. They have him ranked as their wide receiver 30 and a 4-star. On 3, they have him ranked as wide receiver 19 and a 4-star. ESPN also has him as a 4-star, ranked as wide receiver 43. Rivals has him ranked as wide receiver 46 and a 4-star. Then, of course, you head on over to us here at Campus to Canton. We have him as wide receiver 17, the 58th offensive ranked player in this class. We like him. Taeshaun Lyons is an extremely smooth athlete. He looks like he's just effortlessly kind of moving around the field. He has great start-stop ability and really has any limited wasted steps when he is moving on the field. He has a really good double move and really, in my opinion, does a good job of dipping his hips, getting into the route, and finding ways to separation. He has really smooth hands, kind of those arrogant hands that I talk about that just kind of snatches the ball out of the air and just really dynamic return, man. He does really good as a kick and punt returner. I think with him stepping on the field at Washington instantly brings some success to them there at the kick and return ability if he's not able to get on the field at the wide receiver part, which is the more interesting part here for Washington because we know how good those players were in Jalen McMillan, Rome Odunze, and even Polk at times, who may all be back for Washington this year. As of now, Jalen McMillan and Rome Odunze, it looks like are going to play in the bowl game against Texas, the Valero Alamo Bowl later this year. Neither has declared or said they're coming back, which definitely hinders Lyons a little bit in possibly becoming a year 1-0, who's a big thing for us. But outside of him, I don't see much real competition at the wide receiver position. You have Jabez Tane, who was a 4-star earlier that they brought in a couple years ago. Same with Alexander. This year, they did bring in another wide receiver right around the same size as him at 6'2", 185 in Rashid Williams, who is ranked right around the same spot at him, wide receiver 35 and 24/7 Sports, wide receiver 44 in the class. So they've got two good guys, but I think Lyons is better. And here's why. At wide receiver, we have him as the 4th fastest player in the class at 22.2 miles per hour. We have him tracked at 22.2. This kid can absolutely book it. It's going to be extremely fun to watch for Washington. I think they landed, in my rankings alone, he's wide receiver 9. A couple of us have him a little bit lower because of his height or his weight. Don't think about them. Think about those like me here at Campus to Canton who have him extremely high. Again, 22 miles per hour. That is fast. That is some of the fastest we've got. The fastest player we have currently at Campus to Canton is Cameron Seldon going to Tennessee at 22.7 miles an hour. There's one wide receiver who's gotten 22.7. Like, this is extremely fast, incredibly good hand, smooth athlete. This is a guy we're going to be talking about in a couple of years, especially in that Kalen DeBoer offense. With whomever they've got at quarterback. They had, obviously Lincoln Kienholz who decommits, and now he's going to Ohio State. I imagine Washington's going to find a backup plan somewhere. We don't know exactly who it's going to be yet, but regardless of who the quarterback is, Jay Kaner, who's going to get probably day 2, maybe day 3 draft capital here in the NFL this season, is not necessarily what you'd consider an elite quarterback, and look at what Kalen DeBoer was able to do with him. Michael Penix had serious injury issues and consistency issues before coming to Washington. He's being talked about as a day 2 draft pick. Kalen DeBoer could get his quarterback, and he knows how to get them playing well in his offense, especially when he has studs like Taeshaun Lyons on the outside. And I think that's exactly what Lyons has a chance to be. Like you said, smooth athlete, bursty, really good at creating separation, great hands, and is extremely fast, clocking in at 22.2 miles per hour. Guys, if you like this kind of content, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon. We'll be live all day for early signing day to discuss Lions and all these other players that are committing, including a lot of quarterback drama that's going on. You don't want to miss out. So hit that button, hit that bell icon, and we will catch you guys on Wednesday for early signing day. Outside of that, everybody, have yourselves a great weekend, and we will talk to you guys again soon.